And I recognize Mr. Hurd for an amendment.
Madam Chairwoman, I have an amendment at the desk, and I ask that the reading of the amendment be dispensed without objection. As my colleagues know, I represent more of our nation's border than any other member of Congress, and I can tell you that there is a humanitarian crisis at our border. It is not new. It will continue. While there are several steps we must take to address this crisis and stem the tide of illegal immigration, we must provide better support for the unaccompanied minors in the care of the federal government. For over 7 months, the Office of Refugee Resettlement operated an emergency influx shelter near the Tornillo port of entry in my district. I toured this facility immediately after its announcement and continued to advocate for its closure until the last child left in January of this year. I have looked these kids in the eyes and seen the conditions at these facilities. These children who have arrived at our borders, often through no fault of their own, deserve better care. While this is only one part of the larger immigration puzzle, until there are more choices for these kids than death or exodus, they will continue to arrive at our borders. We must do everything in our power to provide the support ORR needs to ensure that these children's physical, emotional, educational, and legal needs are met, and this amendment will make that possible. This amendment will increase the level of funding in order to ensure that the Office of Refugee Resettlement has the support they need to provide critical child welfare services and high-quality facilities for these children through shelter improvements, legal advocates, educational programs, mental health care services, and other essential programs. Without this crucial funding, it is likely that ORR will have to reduce services that are not considered essential to human life in order to ensure that they are able to provide items like health care and mental health services. I would like to thank the distinguished gentlewoman from New York for giving me the opportunity to address this august body. And I also know that the distinguished gentleman from Connecticut has been an advocate, a tireless advocate for these children for a long time. And thank you for her support to this issue. And with that, I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this amendment.
I'm very pleased.